family. Thank you so much for joining me. This is week 11, day 5 in the series that I'm doing with Christ Memorial Lutheran Church about knowing God. And this week we are talking about how the Lord is peace. And so far we've talked about what peace is and how we gain peace through Jesus. And today I want to talk about the action of peace. So we're reading Ephesians 2, verses 14 through 18, which say, "For he himself is our peace, who has made the two one and has destroyed the barrier, the dividing wall of hostility, by abolishing in his flesh the law with its commandments and regulations. His purpose was to create in himself one new man out of the two, thus making peace, and in this one body to reconcile both of them to God through the cross, by which he put to death their hostility. He came and preached peace to you who were far away and peace to those who were near. For through him we both have access to the Father by one Spirit." So we see several things about peace and about the action of peace in this passage. And the first thing is, again, that Jesus is our peace. He initiates shalom in our lives. And we see that in verse 14. And the name for God that has to do with peace is Yahweh Shalom. And we've seen this Yahweh before. It means I am, it means eternal. And then we talked about shalom on the first day. It means whole. So I am whole. And he can initiate our peace because he is peace. He can initiate this shalom, this wholeness, because he is whole. He is peace. The second thing we see is that he has united believers and made peace between them. So he has made it so that there is no strife, no hostility, no ruptures, no arguments, nothing between the believers. He has made a way for us to have peace. And at the time, Paul was writing this letter, and he was talking about the Jews and the Gentiles, because the Jews really despised the Gentiles, but Jews and Gentiles were believing in Jesus. So he was telling them there need not be any strife between them. They can have peace because Jesus has made a way. And then he talks about how he has done this. And he tells them that he did this by putting their hostility to death on the cross. So when he died, the strife, the hostility, the rupture between them was put to death with him. And they were all brought to the same playing field by being made to be at shalom with God. They are at peace with God. So all of them have had the blocks of their Jenga tower put back in place, and their towers look exactly the same. They are on an equal playing field. They are equals because Jesus has made them that way. So he has united all believers. He has set it up so that we're all equals. We are at peace with each other, at peace with God. And that is when he calls us to have peace. 2 Corinthians 13:11 says, "Finally, brethren, farewell. Be perfect, be of good comfort, be of one mind, live in peace, and the God of love and peace shall be with you." So the first part of that where it says be perfect, some different versions of the Bible translate that as be complete. So think of that Jenga tower. When all of the blocks are in place, it's perfect. It's complete. He has made us this way. He's set us up and he's put all the blocks back in place. And then it says live in peace. Be of one mind. So God calls us not to start strife between us and other believers. He calls us to be peacemakers. Matthew 5:9 says, "Blessed are the peacemakers." He calls us to make peace between ourselves and others, not to make strife, not to pull out those blocks and try and make other people's towers not as perfect and wonderful as ours. He calls us to have peace because we are at an equal playing field, all having access to God and his salvation. So choose peace this week with God, with others, and within yourself. If you're memorizing John 14:27, this is your reminder to do that. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.